So I've just packed up my uni room. I'm waiting to go home, so I thought I would film a quick another Vlogmas video whilst we wait. Maybe I can even get it up before my parents come to pick me up, so I'm super ahead of the game. So I filmed 2 videos yesterday, I filmed another one today, so we are definitely going to have all of our Vlogmas uploads, which I'm very excited about. Random thought of the day, really missing camp today. Like, it started yesterday, I've just really been having some like camp withdrawals. Super excited to go back. A lot of people ask me, like, obviously if you've been struggling and like moving away from home, how comes you're now deciding to go away? Because next year, so from April 26th until September 18th, I will only see my parents for 1 day, which is wild. That's a long 6 months. But you have to follow your dreams. My parents are not going anywhere, so that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. But today we're talking about Christmas, and we're talking about how we celebrate Christmas in the UK. If you haven't done so already, be sure to check out yesterday's video, which was my family's Christmas traditions. So we don't do all the traditions which typically British people do, but we do majority of them. And as I said, when my actual vlogs of Christmas comes out, everything will kind of make sense, because I know right now there's like, I'm like talking about crackers and paper hats, and if you don't know what I'm on about, like, that will make no sense, but it will all make sense on Christmas. I'm not sure if this is like a complete list of everything we do, but it is like a start. I can only remember some things. I tried my best, but let's get cracking. So the main tradition in how we celebrate Christmas in the UK is family. Family is a really big thing here. I think it is around the world, to be honest, but in the UK it really is. Like, you would not celebrate Christmas without your family. For my family anyway, and most people I know, like, that just doesn't make sense. And you make an effort to see every family member. So not only will I see my mum and my dad, I'll see my aunties and uncles and my cousins, and I will see my great grandparents and my grandparents. Like, you make an effort to see everybody. For example, this year we're having Christmas at my nan's house, my auntie's house, and my other auntie's house. So we're really seeing everybody, which is just really awesome. Because sometimes you don't see people for such a long time, and Christmas really just does bring like the whole family together, which is just amazing. Another thing we have is advent calendars. I made the executive decision on the 6th to eat my advent calendar for the whole year. So I can't show you one, but I do have an advent calendar when I go home, which is awesome, because my advent calendar this year was really bad. It actually made like UK news because it was like the world's worst advent calendar. It was just really sad. But I'm assuming people know what an advent calendar is. I don't. I'll just explain all of these things as if it's like talking to somebody that doesn't know, like they say to do in your exams. So an advent calendar, you can get lots of advent calendars. Sometimes you can just get them with characters on, like you get like a Frozen one, or you can get like a Marvel one, or you can get one that's just the chocolates. We have like Thornton's ones, Dairy Milk's ones, Mars ones, Maltesers ones. Like, the opportunities are endless. They have like 24 doors on. We typically don't have ones with 25. That's just a British thing. They all typically do have 24. Next up, Christmas trees and decorations. So in the UK you can have artificial trees or real trees. Typically people do tend to have artificial trees over real trees, I found. We have an artificial tree, we've never had a real tree, just because like tree like droppings and stuff, like you can't be able to deal with that. And then decorations wise, a lot of people in the UK use tinsel, lights, baubles. You typically have a star or an angel at the top of your tree. Did I say baubles? We don't use tinsel personally, but a lot of people in the UK do use tinsel. A lot of people in the UK as well go for rainbow lights. And like when you're in school, you make like Christmas decorations. So I remember I've made like me as an angel and like a peg. And it's like me and a bauble and things. And like you put those on your Christmas tree, like rainbow lights. Like British Christmas trees can be seen as quite tacky, I guess. Whereas American Christmas trees are more like pretty, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Next up, Christmas markets. We do have a lot of Christmas markets in a lot of the cities rather than the towns. So for example, here in Durham, I'm in a city and there's a Christmas market, whereas where I live at home, that is a town, we do have a Christmas market. And at our Christmas markets, there's like little stalls. People have a lot of like woodwork things, and there is like hot chocolate and like roasted nuts and donuts. Christmas markets aren't really too much of a British thing, it's more of a European thing, but we do have Christmas markets. Christmas stockings, so you put a stocking up on the fireplace. My family do Christmas a bit differently, so we have a giant stocking as well as like a small stocking, but we have our stockings on the fireplace. Typically they just get like chocolate in them from Father Christmas, but sometimes you have like oranges and things like that, and if you were going to get coal, that is where your coal would be. Christmas Eve is a tradition we have in the UK, so Everybody does it differently, but I think the kind of generic British way to do Christmas Eve is you lay out your stack in your stocking, you leave out a carrot, sherry or milk, and a mince pie for Father Christmas, and you go to bed ASAP. I don't think we really have any other traditions in the UK for Christmas Eve other than that. Sometimes you put out reindeer dust, which is oatmeal and glitter, but I can't really think of anything else. Christmas TV, so we have like a Christmas TV guide, and they do Christmas showings all the way up until Christmas on all the different channels. So you can watch like the Snowman and the Stickman Christmas, the Gruffalo the Christmas one. I absolutely love them. All of like the Julia, I think it's like Julia McDonald possibly, books, and they turn them into cartoons. Absolutely my favourite. Love watching it at Christmas. Things like the Gruffalo's Child, and then the Stickman's so good. If you have time, go and watch the Stickman on YouTube. It's one of my absolute favourites. I absolutely loved reading it to the kids over Christmas. But we celebrate Christmas Eve and we have Christmas TV, so like we will watch Muppets Christmas Carol, or we'll have Arthur Christmas or Nativity. Like we have our own British Christmas movies away from things like Elf and Home and Alone. Home Alone. I was thinking of Home and Away, which was Australian. Santa's Grotto. So typically you go and visit Santa in his grotto. This can be in the sense of don't think it is. So Santa's Grotto is where you go meet Father Christmas, and he'll give you like a pre-present before Christmas if you've been a good boy or girl. It's really cute. I don't know what to say about this, as I don't want to like, I don't know how old, I don't want to say anything more, but you can meet Father Christmas. Another thing which I've done is I have actually been to Lapland, and I've actually met the real Father Christmas, which is kind of crazy. I know, it's pretty insane. I went when I was about 8, and I baked cookies with Mrs. Claus. I saw Father Christmas in his wooden hut, and I told him what I wanted for Christmas, and like reindeers pulled us in sleds, and we made snow angels, and it was like the best day of my life, and I actually thoroughly remember, which is like my favourite thing. That's not a British thing, that's just something I did. Christmas carols, so up here at the cathedral they have people that are singing Christmas carols in Durham. People sometimes knock on your door and they sing, and that you give them money for singing, and choir groups do that kind of thing. We do have mulled wine and mince pies. I can actually show you a live mince pie now, as I have some. I don't know if this is a British thing, I'm not too sure, but a mince pie is filled with spiced mincemeat made with sultanas, currants and raisins, and they look like this, and they have sugar on them. Let me bite into one for you, have a cheeky snack. I'm waiting for my mum's going to pick me up with a McDonald's. Score. I don't know what else is in them. But like you can eat them warm, you can eat them cold, you can have them with ice cream. But we have a lot of mince pies at Christmas. Like if you go anywhere, they will give you a mince pie, basically. Mulled wine, I don't know what that is because I don't drink wine. I think it's like hot wine. That was a really pretty face. Christmas dinner, okay. I don't know if Christmas dinner is a UK thing or a worldwide thing. I also can't remember what we have on a Christmas dinner, so I now need to look. But typically my mum makes our Christmas dinner for our whole family. She's a very good job of it. This year we go to my auntie's house, which is super exciting. But you kind of like, you'll have like a turkey with Brussels sprouts, roast potatoes, carrots, parsnips, red cabbage, mash. Some people have like cranberry sauce. Some people have, did I say pigs and blankets? Pigs and blankets. I'm trying to think what else there is. Again, when Christmas comes, I will show you what we eat, but yeah. And then after Christmas dinner, you have dessert. So we have so you can have like a Christmas pudding. I have no idea what it is, but you light it on fire and it goes blue. You have like Viennetta, you have trifle. I can't think of anything else pudding wise. Mince pies, you can have. Mistletoe. Not really a big thing here. People don't really kiss under the mistletoe. Or I haven't anyway, but I'm forever alone, so maybe I'm not the best person to answer about that one. But people like kiss under mistletoe. I guess that's like a British traditional thing. Maybe a work party would. Actually, I don't know if that's appropriate. Maybe you shouldn't do that. Christmas presents. We get presents on Christmas if we've been good. So Father Christmas comes on Christmas Eve and he delivers our presents to our house through our chimneys, and he leaves them downstairs right next to the Christmas tree, inside our sacks and our stockings. That is how Father Christmas does things in the UK anyway. It might be different worldwide. Boxing Day. Boxing Day is a really big thing in the UK. I don't think it's a thing anywhere else, and it's not where people have boxing fights, though I think it might used to have been. Basically what it is it's really up to you how you do Boxing Day, but Boxing Day is celebrated. Not everybody gets a day off work for Boxing Day, but some people do. So my family personally treat it as in Christmas Day part 2. So we eat more food, the family comes around, we play games, that kind of thing. Some people go shopping because there's a lot of sales. Like I know Next, which is a clothing shop in the UK, opens at like 6 AM on Boxing Day, which is absolutely whack. Can't relate. Which is why I'm unemployed this year, because I don't want to work on Boxing Day. But some people go out, some people stay in, some people play with their toys. But Boxing Day is celebrated here. Oh, Next up is going to watch a pantomime. A pantomime is kind of like a play, but it's funny. They do them literally all across the UK. Most typical ones like Aladdin and Cinderella. They get done a lot. But it's where they go, he's behind you. Oh, he's not. Oh, yes, he is. I haven't watched a pantomime this year, which is quite sad. But we do normally go and watch one at the theatre by my house, which is really fun. They're just really cheesy British things, to be perfectly honest with you. Next up is the Queen's speech. So the Queen does a speech, I think, at 3 PM on Christmas Day. I don't watch it. My dad does. I don't really know what she says because I've never watched it, but she does it every year, and it's just her way of going, I'm still alive and thriving, I guess. I don't really know. That's so bad. 12 Days of Christmas. I guess like the 12 days before Christmas, some people will do stuff. My family don't. I don't really know why I've written that down. But there is 12 days which happen before Christmas. Christmas lights on houses. So we do not go as cray as the Americans do. Like I've seen like Americans have like they light with music. We do put lights up, like we'll put them on our railings outside our house, we'll put them on like the frame of our house, but we don't really go too crazy. But I'm going home today so I can show you those. Christmas crackers and paper crowns. So apparently this isn't a worldwide thing, which is absolutely insane to me. Like I honestly thought it was. So Christmas cracker, it's like a paper cracker, has 2 ends, and you cross arms and you pull it with the people next to you. So you should get left with like, so they come in like a third. There's like 3/3, and you should get left with like 2/3. And inside that will be a paper hat, a joke, a toy. The toys are really bad. Like it's a dice or like a mini golf set or like nail clippers. Like they're really random, but it's just something we do in the UK. Then you put your paper hat on whilst you eat your dinner, and you pull this before you eat your food. And you also, and then you read out the jokes around the tables, or it's a question. It's just something to talk about whilst you eat your Christmas dinner, I guess. And my family do party poppers as well. I don't know if that's my family or a British thing, but that's what we do. Selection boxes, that's a good one. So I've already ate one. It's kind of gone. It was really good. I think they do them for lots of different brands now, but it used to just be a Cadbury's thing. So like if you go to the theatre to watch a pantomime, or you go to a Christmas party, they'll gift you a selection box. It's like £1, has like 6 different chocolates in, like it has like a crunchy in, a curly whirly, a fudge, Dairy Milk buttons, a Freddo Dairy Milk bar kind of thing, and they're really, really good. It says on here Midnight Mass. I don't know what that is, so I'm not going to comment on it, but that could be a British thing. Oranges and stockings, yeah. So some people have oranges in their stockings. We personally get chocolate, but when we go to my nan's house, she gives us an orange in our stocking because she's really cute. Oh, Terry's chocolate orange. It is not Christmas unless you've got one. I'm telling you now. My parents don't get each other gifts, but they will get each other a Terry's chocolate orange. It's like, it's shaped like an orange, and it's chocolate orange chocolate. I'll see if I can explain it. They're so good. Buy yourself one. I've written on here Monopoly. Some people play Monopoly on Christmas Day. My family just do more like made-up games. Like if people remember when like Pie Face was a thing, we played Pie Face, and we have cut the flour. So you have like, you get a bowl of flour, and then you like pat it all together and compact it. You turn it over and you put a 5p on the top, and then you cut it. And then if the 5p drops, like if the flour ball explodes, not explodes, but like collapses, and the 5p drops, you have to then use your tongue to pick up the 5p and you like eat flour. That's a really weird family tradition, oh my gosh. But we do that. I'm trying to think what else we do. A lot of games we'll play over Christmas, and again I'll vlog them. Bread sauce, so I think it's like bread crumbs made into a sauce of milk. People have at their Christmas dinner. Peas pudding, the same again, it's like mushy peas to some degree. Christmas cake, yeah, Christmas cake is a dessert. I don't really know what it is, but I do know we eat it. Oh, some TV shows do Christmas specials. So this year, there's a Gavin and Stacey one, which is a really big British TV programme. I've never watched it, but I'm going to change that. And everyone is literally like over the moon about it. So there's a Gavin and Stacey one, and Mrs. Brown's Boys always has a Christmas special. I do watch that. That's kind of like, it's an adult humour, Irish, British TV show, if that makes sense. Oh yes, Christmas puddings, the reason they go blue is because you light them on fire with brandy. Don't know. Pigs and blankets, oh my gosh. So I've been told pigs and blankets aren't a global thing. I don't know if I can move to America anymore if I can't have pigs and blankets, you know, like, these are things I need to think about. What it is a sausage wrapped in bacon. I have some in my fridge right now that I haven't ate, and I'm going to be eating them soon, and I'm very excited about it. But that is what they are. I've written him moaning about the weather. Yeah, it is cold here. Like, we've had a white Christmas once, I think, in my lifetime, but they don't happen often. We usually get snow in February. It's just really cold, and it doesn't snow, so it's just not fun. It's just kind of sad. We write letters to Father Christmas. We kind of write them on like the 1st of December, and then you send them to the North Pole so he knows exactly what you would like for Christmas if you've been a good boy or girl. A lot of schools do a Christmas performance in your primary school, or you do a carol singing. Your parents come and watch, like your grandparents and stuff. So for example, this year my cousin Holly was Mary in her nativity, which is amazing. I was Mary in my nativity, which is pretty cool. But the schools will do a version of nativity. For example, the primary school I work in, we did a show called byeeeee Grumpy Sheep, which is about a sheep that did not want to go and see baby Jesus because it couldn't be bothered to walk. Very random. Sometimes you do a traditional nativity like the 3 wise men, and you've got like the frankincense and myrrh and things, and Angel Gabriel, but it really depends. But each school for every year group will have either Christmas carols or Christmas nativity. Also for like, as soon as December hits, schools don't really do anything in the UK. Depending on what year group you're in, you'll do a lot of making Christmas cards and things to send home to your mum and dad. And just like, you get ready for the Christmas performance. Like, the learning is like, there's a lot of singing and a lot of colouring. Like, yeah, that's all I'm saying on that one. Garden centres. So garden centres get all decked out for the Christmas season. They have like Christmas trees, and sometimes they can have like little lights festivals and things like that. I've been to some in the past, which have been really fun. Cheese and crackers, always have cheese and crackers at Christmas. So you just have like a cheese board and crackers. You typically have that on Christmas Eve after you've ate your Christmas lunch, and Boxing Day. Midday, so Christmas dinner is also on Christmas Day, held in the midday, about 2-3 o'clock, which is a really random time to eat. Nobody knows why we do this, or we just do. Also, we call it tea, not dinner. So I'd say my Christmas tea. That's just me. Like today, I would have breakfast, I'd have lunch, and I would have my tea, which isn't drinking tea, it's eating tea. And then one final thing, which I haven't done in the UK, but we do, is Winter Wonderland. It's this massive light, it's like a light festival with rides, and it's like a theme park in London, in Hyde Park, and it's absolutely amazing. I would love to go, but it's so expensive to go. So I definitely want to go when I'm older, maybe when I'm like, I don't know how old, but like, and you kind of go with like your boyfriend and stuff, like, it's just something people do. I haven't been, but my friend James went the other day, and it just looks so good. And I think that might be, oh, and like Harrods get decked out for lights. Oh, Christmas lights turn-ons. So normally a celebrity turns on the Christmas lights in your area. So at home we had Aston from JLS. If you know who that is, he's pretty lit. They didn't have anybody here, which was a bit weird, but I don't know. But yeah, Christmas lights turn-ons. Harrods and shops like that all get decked out for Christmas. Have like Christmas windows. There's Christmas lights across all the towns. I can't really think of anything else. I think that might be it. If you're British and you can think of anything I've missed, which is a British Christmas tradition, not just your family, but like a British one, do let me know, as I would like to know. But on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to get a big thumbs up and comment down below what your favourite thing to do is in the Christmas season. If there's any Vlogmas videos I haven't filmed yet but you would like me to film, do let me know. And if there's any of these things you're thinking, oh my gosh, what are you on about? We do this in your country. Like, I would love to know the differences between like UK Christmas and like American or Canadian or Australian Christmas. So do please let me know. Tomorrow's video is going to be driving home for Christmas and showing you my Christmas decorations at home. So today is currently Friday. I will not be home until Saturday, and this video will probably be up like Monday. But yeah, I hope you all have a super magical day. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you all real soon.